Have you ever noticed that your mind never seems to stay where your body is? You're eating dinner, but thinking about tomorrow, you're lying in bed. But replaying a conversation from 3 days ago, you're on vacation, but checking emails. It's exhausting. We tell ourselves that if we think hard enough, plan carefully enough, prepare for every possibility, we'll finally feel safe. But somehow, the more control we chase, the less peace we find. Maybe that's because we've been trying to control the wrong things all along. Almost 2,000 years ago, a man who owned nothing, a man who began life as a slave, discovered something that most people today never do, a single idea. Simple enough to fit into one sentence, powerful enough to transform an entire life. Epictetus said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Not wealth, not success, not certainty. Just this one distinction. Tonight, before you go to sleep, there's a simple 3-step rule you can use to silence much of the unnecessary chaos inside your mind. But first, you have to understand why this idea came from someone who had every reason to despair. Epictetus wasn't born into comfort. He wasn't a king. He wasn't a celebrated philosopher from childhood. He was born a slave, owned by another human being. Every hour of his life belonged to someone else. Imagine that: no freedom, no possessions, no guarantee of tomorrow. Even your body wasn't truly yours. History tells us his master treated him brutally. Some accounts even suggest that one of his legs was permanently damaged through abuse. Yet something extraordinary happened. Instead of becoming bitter, he became free. Not physically, mentally, because he realized something that no chain could touch. Your circumstances can imprison your body, but only your own judgments can imprison your mind. After gaining freedom, Epictetus began teaching what would later become one of the foundations of Stoicism. Not as abstract philosophy, not as intellectual entertainment, but as survival. His ideas weren't written from the comfort of a university. They were forged in hardship, tested in suffering, refined by reality. At the heart of everything he taught was one simple principle: the dichotomy of control. It sounds complicated. It isn't. Life can be divided into only 2 categories: things you control and things you don't. That's it. Every frustration, every anxiety, every sleepless night begins when those 2 categories become blurred. Let's start with everything outside your control. Your reputation. No matter how carefully you explain yourself, someone will misunderstand you. Someone will dislike you. Someone will invent a version of you that exists only in their imagination, and you cannot stop them. The moment you stop confusing them, something inside you begins to loosen. Like unclenching a fist you've been squeezing your whole life. Think of life as standing in the middle of an ocean. You can steer your boat, but you cannot command the sea. Most people spend their lives shouting at the waves, demanding better weather, cursing the wind, wondering why the tide refuses to obey. The sea never answers, because it was never listening. The weather, the economy, traffic, politics, other people's moods, whether someone texts back, whether someone stays, whether someone leaves. The past, it's gone. The future, it hasn't arrived, yet somehow. These are the places where most of us choose to live. We're haunted by memories. or terrified by possibilities. Very rarely are we simply here, now. Imagine carrying a backpack. Every worry about something you cannot control is another stone. You pick it up voluntarily, day after day, year after year, until eventually you wonder why life feels so heavy. The weight was never life itself. It was what you insisted on carrying. Now look at the other side. The things that truly belong to you, your thoughts. Not every thought that appears, but the ones you choose to believe. Your reactions. You can't stop someone from insulting you, but you decide whether their words become your identity. Your effort. You can't guarantee success, but you can guarantee sincerity, your values, your honesty, your courage, your discipline. These are yours always. Notice something interesting. Everything that actually belongs to you exists inside you. Everything that creates anxiety usually exists outside you, yet we reverse the priorities. We neglect our own character while obsessing over events we cannot influence. It's like leaving your own house on fire to water your neighbor's lawn. The Stoics believed this wasn't merely a mistake. It was self-imposed imprisonment. Every hour spent demanding certainty from an uncertain world is another hour surrendered to fear. Because reality always wins, the world refuses to obey us. And that's exactly how it should be. Imagine if everyone controlled reality according to their desires. Nothing would remain stable. Everyone would become tyrants of their own tiny universe. Instead, reality asks something far simpler. Don't control everything, control yourself. The person who masters themselves needs far less from the world, and because they need less, they fear less. Ironically, that's when freedom begins. So how do you actually live this way? Here's the 3-step rule. The next time anxiety appears, don't fight it, question it. Step 1, pause, not for an hour, just a breath. Create a tiny space between yourself and your emotion. Step 2, ask one question. Is this within my control? Not partially. Not indirectly, completely. If the answer is no, release it. Not because it doesn't matter, but because your worrying adds nothing except suffering. Step 3, find the smallest action that is yours. Can't control the interview. Prepare honestly. Can't control someone's opinion. Speak truthfully. Can't control tomorrow. Live today well. Can't control whether you fail. Control whether you show up. Every moment of your life, return to this question. What belongs to me? If it belongs to you, take responsibility. If it doesn't, practice letting it go. At first, it will feel unnatural, because you've spent years believing that worrying is productive, that anxiety equals responsibility, that overthinking is preparation. It isn't. Most worry is simply imagination pretending to be action. Epictetus wasn't asking you to stop caring. He was asking you to stop wasting your life fighting realities that never ask for your permission. Freedom isn't found when life finally becomes predictable. Freedom begins the moment you stop demanding that it should. Imagine waking tomorrow with no need to control every outcome, no need to impress everyone, no need to rewrite yesterday, no need to predict next year. Just one responsibility: to govern the only kingdom that has ever truly been yours, your own mind. So tonight, before sleep, take every problem in your mind, Separate them into two piles: the things you can influence and the things you cannot. Then have the courage to carry only one of them. Because in the end, the quality of your life may have never depended on what happened to you, only on the things you insisted should have happened differently. And if peace has been waiting for you all this time, not on the other side of perfect circumstances, but on the other side of letting go, then perhaps the most important question isn't whether the world will ever change. It's this: what part of your suffering still exists only because you refuse to release what was never yours to control?